With hidden realms, this being with gold wings is basically a pictorial representation of what you are. It's similar to the energy of like seraphim. So when it comes to geomancy, astrocartography, which is about the study of the energy of the land, there's a reason why you've been placed in the location of where you are at. It's most likely heavily dense, a lot of spiritual warfare. It's just an area that has a lot of intensity, a lot of dark energy, and people didn't realize how much you actually shield them from different types of weaponry, from different types of like threats. A lot of people don't value you. They don't value the knowledge you bring. They don't value the protection that you bring, because anywhere that you're around, that area is protected. People that are around you, under you, are protected as well. So what you're going to be realizing is you're going to get pushed out of certain environments, pushed to move to certain states, different countries, different areas. It is because you have completed your mission wherever it is that you've been. People didn't understand how much value you were bringing to the areas that you live in. Now that you're going to be forced out, no, it's forced. Like the universe is going to push you out of certain environments, because what's coming for them is going to be mass chaos. Certain environments, once you leave, you're going to realize that you were the glue that was holding everything together. Some of you are energetic anchors. You absorb all the negativity within your area, 10 to 20 mile radius within your city. You transmute that and you put out light, good energy, life force. There's a lot of heavy black magic, spell work, manipulation. There's definitely entities in your area that have been ruling for quite some time. Anytime you see the Hierophant in reverse, it's anything that's the opposite of God and creation, which is basically anti-life. So there's a lot of cities that are ran by this anti-life system, paradigm, energy, whatever you want to call it. And you are basically absorbing all of that energy, transmuting it, and still being successful in the end. People didn't see what you were doing behind the scenes. You may not have even understood it at the time, why certain areas that you lived in was just so hard. It was always an issue after an issue, trauma after trauma after trauma. And it was like, man, like I can't catch a break. It's because of where you are living in, where you are residing in. You are absorbing all of that energy. You are extremely powerful. As a light worker, you get placed into certain areas as a buffer, to kind of buffer all of this demonic energy around, just to at least bring some sort of level up or balance. This is a lot of weight to carry. Spiritually, people do not see how much weight you truly carry, but guess what? You're getting pushed out of those environments now by God for protection. It's like, okay, you don't want to value my chosen one? Bet. We're going to take him or her out of here, and let's just see whether you can survive in those type of conditions. Something's definitely in the air brewing, and everyone can feel it. Everyone can feel it. They can't tell where the source of it is, but they can definitely tell something's coming. You're going to have your phone being blown up by certain people that you didn't even know still wanted to communicate with you. Past people that you felt like maybe forgot about you. Oh yeah, they're going to be reaching out to you for sure, because they're going to realize everything around them is snake's energy. You were the only person that could be trusted. You were the only one that they could confide in. And now that all these bridges are about to start burning, it could be literally or figuratively. We don't know. Now that people are going to be starting to get pushed out into survival mode, now that they're going to have to endure, now that they're going to be isolated, some of them are even going to be homeless. They're going to be pushed out of their homes. And this has nothing to do with you. It's like judgment's being called on the area where you live at, especially with the people that were close to you that did not listen to the high priestess or the high priest. You are basically an oracle that descended down to the area of where you live at. And instead of being valued, and instead of people taking your knowledge and your wisdom and how much work you put into humanity, instead of them valuing that, they just brushed it off, kept scrolling, ignored it. Now they're going to be wishing that they paid attention to what it is that you said, because you gave them all the keys. You gave them all the answers. You warned these people to the fullest extent, and they didn't want to hear you out. They wanted to just keep partying, go drinking, go being around these toxic people. They wanted to be around their toxic environments. Bet that's all they're going to have now. So when their homes are exploding, when their foundations are crumbling, guess who they're going to want the help of? Yeah, the chosen one. You influence these people You're very influential. You're very empowered, very inspired, very dedicated. It is so hard to find anybody that's dedicated to the evolution of humanity without even getting anything out of it. You were doing it out of the kindness of your heart and soul because you truly loved humanity as a whole. But what you realize is that people may not have loved you back. They may have just pushed you out. They may have treated you unfairly. They may have even singled you out, kept you feeling like an orphan, like amongst people that should be for you. They may have made you sad, down, depressed momentarily, and you found a way to channel all that energy into something creative. And now that creative outlet has built you a new life. Now they want to pay attention. Oh, now they want to pay attention. Now that you're influencing everything around you, now they value your work. But like I said, something's brewing. And whatever's coming, it is catastrophic. It's going to be catastrophic to the people that you leave behind. And they're going to realize that you were right all along. You tried to help them out all along. You had the keys to resolve the issues all along. So now they're going to have to deal with difficult emotional challenges that stem from trauma without any sense of direction. The lives that they know is literally going to crumble up overnight. And I'm just the messenger. Here you are, independent, self-sufficient, self-care, self-love, self-admiration. They pushed you to the point of where you had no choice but to be independent. And they did you a favor because now these people are going to be relying on others. They're going to be relying on the blind leading the blind. And when they had something godly in front of them, they took it for granted. So it's like, okay, God is like, okay, bet. I'm calling judgment on all of y'all. Your whole city, maybe even. If you're somebody who is like, you've publicly put in a lot of work for the community and it wasn't appreciated, yeah, trust me, they're going to appreciate you after this. 2026 is going to be a crazy year for these people. They're going to sit here looking at their own actions, combing through everything that they let pass them by. You tried to create conscious awareness to people and they decided to stay stuck in the 3D matrix, thinking that these buildings, these things that they have was gonna last. Okay, but what happens when all of that whole entire foundation crumbles down? What are you gonna lean on now? So yeah, you're strong. Don't worry, you're getting moved to a place where you're actually gonna be valued. Because the people that you were around were all freaking snakes, just slowing you down. And God saw everything. God saw everything, and everyone's going to face their own judgment. Some of them, it's going to range anywhere from homelessness to severe depression and emotional challenges to burdens. You're no longer going to be burdened anymore. If you were doing all of God's work unnoticed, it wasn't unnoticed. Everything is seen. And now you're going to be blessed. And now they're going to have to watch you be blessed. They're going to have to watch you have a sense of direction when they're just stuck in disarray.